So today, we want to look at isolated lifestyle. God made us relational. He made us to be with people. He made us to love people. He wants us to reach out to those in need. Proverbs 18:1 says, unfriendly people care only about themselves. They lash out at common sense. But Psalm 68:6 says, God has placed the lonely in families. He said he has taken us and he has put us together because we need each other. There are things you have that I need. There are things I have you need. He has made us a family together, and together we can win. But some of you, in your isolation and in your discontent, you have hooked up with people. But are they going down the same road you want to go down? Are they walking to the goal God has for you, or are they on another path? Because if you're hooking up with people on another path, they will take you down their path, and you will miss what God has for you. A few years ago, a very simple story. Some pastors' wives were at a conference. The host asked us to come and meet an old lady. Some of you have heard the story. All my pastor friends said, no, we only get to see each other this weekend. Let's go have fun. Cheesecake is down the road. Let's go there. But see, I had given my word. So even though they were my friends, they took a different path that day than me. They took the path to cheesecake. I'm sure it was very good. But I took the path to honor my word. And when I got to the office, Daisy Osborne was sitting there waiting for me. And because I was the only pastor's wife that went to the office that day, I got to spend 3 days with Daisy Osborne. And some of you may not know who she is, but she was a great woman evangelist that worked with her husband all over the world. They were the first ones to do mass crusades and do mass salvations in crusades. Their history is amazing. And the things she did, and in 3 days, the things that she taught me and helped me with, I could never, ever get from a piece of cheesecake. I could never get with my friends that hadn't done anything yet, that hadn't been anywhere yet. But you see, it took taking a different road. It took saying, no, I'm not spending my time. Yes, I love you, but I have to keep my word. You see, sometimes we have to make those sacrifices. Sometimes we look at, oh, I want the fun. But you see, we miss out on the greater blessing. We miss out on being at the intersection of our destiny, where God is waiting for us, because we went this way and he's waiting here with the blessing that you need in your life, with the wisdom you need in your life, with the provision you need in your life. And God is looking for you and I to rise up and be the people of God and be willing to take the sacrifice, be willing to do whatever it takes, and not look at sacrifice as a bad word, but look at it as my destiny in Jesus. And I may give up cheesecake today, but bless God, I get lunch with the anointing tomorrow. So you have to see the bigger picture. You have to know that God always has the best in mind for you. He will never take something from you to give you lesser. He will always take something to give you better. And he is looking for you and I to walk in that way. That is what is going to make the greater things happen in your life. And why I'm at it, doing the same thing that you've always done, won't let it happen. You know, when we first started going on missions, I knew nothing. 1988. Well, it was 87 I got the heart for it, but it took me till 88 to get it together because I didn't have a clue. I was phoning people all over Canada trying to organize a missions trip from Alberta. I phoned anybody I knew that had any authority or position. It was getting me nowhere. All I got was a bunch of stupid rules. You can't do this, you can't do that. You got to go here, you got to go there. The Dave Wells, who is now the Honorable Superintendent of the Pentecostal Assemblies of Canada, bless his heart, he's forgiven me, so it's okay. I told him his rules were stupid. I said, Dave, I don't want to go throw a few basketballs and give out clothes. I want to go stomp on devils. He said, you haven't been on missions. You can't do that. I've forgiven him for saying that. But you know what? That's what God put in my heart. So I kept phoning people. And I met this missionary in Vancouver. And he says to me, I know where you can go, and I'll take you. My wife will come. She's a great interpreter. So we make new friends. We go to Oaxaca State in Mexico. The Mexican government, I called them to get tourism information. They kept sending me tour information for Mexico City, Cuernavaca, everywhere but where I wanted to go. And they kept telling me, you don't want to go there. I kept saying, yes, I do want to go there. Because it was a place where the magic mushrooms grew. It was a place where people were coming from all over the world to get hallucinogenic mushrooms so they would feel good, so they would see things, so they would, get all funny. And I wanted to go and take the presence of Jesus. The day we arrived in that city, the militia was there. There'd been an election. All havoc had broken loose in the city. The election had been overturned. Nobody was in power. So we went and we said, well, back in those days, you had to have permits. What do we do? How do I get a permit? Because nobody's in power. They said, it's okay. Do what you want. And they put a stamp. So we said, oh, so can we do meetings right here on the mayor's step? Yes. So most people seem to gather all around the mayor's place. So we went down to the center of the city and we started holding meetings. We started praying for the sick on the street. And I tell you, that is the trip. Why I have missions in my heart. Because I saw Jesus do so many things that I never thought could happen. That I didn't even have any understanding of doing. That I didn't know what I was doing. And I had 25 people that were stupid enough to believe that we could do something if they followed me, that came with me. And we went, and from then on, that's why missions is so strong in my heart. Because Jesus said, if you will go, if you will dare to believe, if you will dare to show my presence, I will move on your behalf. So we need each other, because together we make a difference.